Hey guys, Earthboundy here, and today I wanted to analyze the first stock of Smash 4's Ness Showcase. This might be a video series at some point in the future. Let me know what you think. This isn't completely scripted, and I don't want to ramble too much. So, without further ado, let's see how this goes. So right off the bat, we're on Final Destination, and the first thing you want to do when you analyze a match is look at the stage, and look at the characters, and then write down on whatever you're taking notes on what you think will happen. The second go is said, even before, because you can move before. Now, what I said is this is Final Destination. Both characters really like having stage control. They like setting up for juggles. They like setting up for combos. So I think they're both going to charge at each other, especially on a stage like FD. So let's see what happened. And I was right. They both charge at each other. Now, Corrin outspaces Ness in pretty much every way. So Corrin probably has an easier time in this charge, but Ness gets a lot out of trades. So we can see that the Ness probably tried to hit with a forward air, and the Corrin might have been a nair, but the Corrin wins the trade. But in the end, no one takes stage control. It's still pretty even. And then we see that they charge at each other again. And we see what the Ness does here is Corrin was definitely anticipating a grab, or not a grab. Corrin was definitely anticipating another unsafe option on shield because Corrin shielded. But what the Ness goes for right now is a rising up air out of a full hop, which is very smart. It wasn't ever intended to hit Corrin. It was intended to apply pressure on Corrin's shield, so Corrin would try and punish with something. And lo and behold, Corrin tried to punish with an up smash, which is a very, very laggy option. Ness originally tried to punish that up smash with an up air. After realizing the up air would have whiffed, Ness comes into a dash grab. So already we see the Ness applying safe pressure on shield and then punishing their whiff punishes. So already the Ness is off to a great start. And we see here that, again, this matchup is very bad. So Ness doesn't want to overextend, even a tiny bit in this matchup, because that can mean a lot of percent or a stock. So Ness just takes the two forward airs and just takes that stage control and leaves. And Corrin anticipates this Ness to overextend, so Corrin goes for the counter. And Ness just doesn't try to punish the counter, just, leaves it be. Although that PK Fire probably could have been used to try and punish the counter or punish a two-frame. But it was safe, it was max range, so it was, probably just threw it out to apply more pressure. Here we see that the Ness probably anticipated the Corrin to either do a neutral getup or a jump from the ledge, maybe a jump from the ledge pin. So he does the forward air. And then Corrin sees the forward air, tries to react to it with her own forward air. Ness is able to land safely because forward air has very little landing lag. He rolls back, trying to probably punish that forward air, but after realizing that Ness's roll is a little bit slow, he understands that he can't punish it, so he runs away. He's shielded here, probably anticipating the Corrin to forward smash, because, Corrin's in forward smash range. That move is deceptively good range. Here we see that the Ness made a pretty bad mistake here. He tried to call out a jump with a back air, but it's very difficult to call out a character like Corrin or a character like Marth on their jumps if you're not, very close to them, because, they outrange Ness in pretty much every regard. So Corrin's able to forward air here, beating out Ness's back air. It was poorly spaced and very difficult to call that out. So I'm not entirely sure what the Ness is going for here with the PK Fire. PK Fire is a pretty laggy move and it comes out very slow, and he was very, very close to Corrin when he threw it out. I think he was trying to anticipate a roll to the left. Just the Corrin was trying to stay safe. But since, the match just started, they haven't really picked up on each other's habits yet. What he should have done instead is just, stay out of the range of any attacks and just throw out fairs and bears to stay safe. And Corrin is able to punish that. Ness is able to get out of that with a trade. Nair is an excellent combo breaker. Right now, they're pretty much just playing footsies. The Ness tries to punish that claw, or the bite, I'm sorry, with an up air, and I think he just kind of autopiloted here. He just, he saw an opening to punish a very laggy move and just took the first thing that came to his head. But as we can see, he takes almost 20% here, or he does take 20%. And what he should have done instead is just um, what he should have done instead is just land safely, no grabs, no attacks, and then punish the bite. Because it is a laggy move. You can see here that, she has to put the claw back, and that could have been a grab. And that grab could have led to 54% to Corrin, and, Ness staying at 33. Here we just see Corrin ledge pressuring Ness. Ness's stubby limbs and his, somewhat poor ability to deal with like spacing and defensive options. He couldn't really do much there. Now here Corrin tries to read either roll or neutral getup, or with the forward smash, and S1's great SDI and angle that the forward smash started at allowed him to get out of it. So he lands, and he's able to jab. He probably could have gone for a grab or maybe an air, but at that point, I think jab was the best option. It's a get off me option. He takes back stage control. This is a very difficult for matchup for Ness. Just stay very safe in it. We see here that he tried to, I think he was trying to call out that pin. Probably saw that Corrin was actually no. What he was probably trying to do is get a drop zone. Corrin was going to recover to the ledge, probably, trying to read a drop zone or maybe a landing. He's very, very lucky that pin did not hit him. If you see here, it really should have hit him, but it didn't. So, because that was basically, the max range pin could have had, Ness is able to punish with a dash attack. Also, dash attack has very, very good range. And we see here that the Ness also makes a mistake. He waited, and he shouldn't have. He was probably afraid of a counter, or trying to bait out a counter. He realized too late that the Corrin was still in hit stun, the up air was free there, and by the time he went to up air, Corrin down aired. So the combo became Corrin's combo and not Ness's. Ness shielded here. Since, they hadn't really adapted to each other's playstyle yet, it's still pretty early on. He didn't know if this Corrin was grab heavy or what this Corrin was going to do. Maybe he was trying to roll away. What I would have done here is either roll away or jab, but, I mean, it was just a guess, and he guessed wrong. Here we can see that the Ness comes up with an air, and S1 is one of the best Nesses I've watched at spacing. His spacing is just immaculate. So he gets the nair, he anticipates that the Corrin will try and punish it, and then he can punish what she missed. And he is correct. The Corrin tries to bear, and since, bear is a relatively slow move, Ness's up air comes out faster, he's able to hit Corrin. And here we just see Ness trying to apply ledge pressure. I think here he might have whiffed a nair out of shield. The grab definitely would not have hit no matter what, from no matter where Corrin pinned, maybe at the closest distance, but either way a nair would have been better. I think he just misinputted that. Here we see that the Corrin tried to call out Ness forward airing out of shield. Or not out of shield, just a forward air. Because we saw early in the match, how did Ness get the first grab? He did the first hit forward air rising. Or the rising forward air, I'm sorry. And Corrin tries to call that out. And Ness is very smart here. He understands, the Corrin adapted to that. I'm just going to stay in shield. Right now, this is just standard ledge pressure. Ness is, he understands the last time he tried to back air when Corrin was above him. Or not, last time he tried to back air, he whiffed and the Corrin pinned. So he spaces it a little bit better this time, but it still whiffs, and then he's able to punish Corrin's landing with another one. Here's something I disagree with. The second the backer connected and he landed, he should have done a PK Thunder. And I say that because if he just, him walking gave Corrin more time to get to the stage, and if he whiffed that PK Thunder, Corrin could have forward smashed him or grabbed him. And if he did it, the second Corrin went off stage, the Corrin would have had less time to punish Ness for that. Also, when the PK Thunder hits, it bounces Corrin closer to the position that Ness was originally at. And here we see that Ness tries to continue the ledge pressure by getting a pivot grab, but the Corrin down aired first. A lot of people, people that I play, they'll do an attack when they're in that situation. So you either want to shield, you know, or spot dodge, but definitely don't just go for the raw grab. Here, I think S1 was trying to fake Corrin out. I think he was trying to mix up, cross up, and land behind the Corrin. But PK Fire is laggy. There's really only a small frame at the end where you can A land or do an attack. Instead, he could have probably crossed up with an up air on shield, although the Corrin wasn't shielding. So I'm not entirely sure what the best option there was. He calls out that Corrin can't really punish from that range. There's, you know, he's too far away, and since Ness is above Corrin, pin wouldn't work. So he gets a very, very good PK Thunder here. We see that S1 realizes that he reacted too late to the pin, and he was too high above Corrin, he couldn't have punished the pin. Here, he tried to get into a position where he could maybe punish Corrin's ledge get up, but pin is such a fast, good option. By the time Ness got there, he already ate the pin, so he should have just waited. And here they're just playing footsie, spacing things safely. There's not much to really comment on here. Corrin adapted to Ness doing a dash attack last time, so the Corrin was probably buffering that spot dodge the second the pin came out. And, you know, the Corrin reads that, gets a grab, 2 pummels and a down throw, setting Ness up for an edge guard. Ness gets a very, very good air dodge there, you know. I think the Corrin anticipated that Ness just wanted to get back to the stage. What Ness does here is he does another safe nair on shield, and I think at this point he was anticipating the Corrin would have went for it, like, you know, not followed the bait this time. So instead of punishing, the Corrin would have rolled to where Ness would have landed, and I think Ness was trying to hit with the up air there. But the Corrin still fell for the bait, so Ness didn't get anything out of it. We see here that the Corrin, you know, Ness is just pressuring Corrin, not by throwing out moves, not by just, you know, spamming attacks, just by standing under Corrin. You know, I think Corrin would have landed with, since Ness was standing and Corrin was pretty high above, he could have reacted to. So the Corrin was probably a bit panicky right now. That back air seemed definitely like a panic back air. Ness anticipated that and grabbed. He gets the back throw, but it's not enough to kill, surprisingly. So what he does here, and this is the smartest play of the first stock, easily. He fakes it like he thought that nair was the one that was supposed to connect, and the Corrin falls for that bait. So if you see here, he acts like he's going to go to the ledge, maybe get a ledge trump or something, and then he nairs again and hits Corrin. And that's very smart. That's honestly one of the smartest things I've ever seen a Ness do. So that is the first stock of that match. I really hope you guys enjoyed my analysis of it. This is the first one. It's very rough. It's very shaky, but I hope I can get better in the future.